What is up, guys, and welcome to the channel. Let's get straight to it. You've been lied to. You've been told that to get the girl, you have to be persistent. You have to text her good morning and good night. You have to constantly show interest, make grand gestures, and always be available. You've been told that if you don't, she'll forget about you. She'll move on to the next guy who is giving her all that attention. And that is, without a doubt, the single worst piece of dating advice you will ever receive. Today, we are talking about the one tool in your arsenal that is so powerful, so counterintuitive, and so psychologically potent that it can fundamentally shift the entire power dynamic between you and any woman. We are talking about silence. And I'm not just talking about not texting her for a day. I'm talking about a fundamental shift in your entire communication strategy. We're going to dive deep into the raw psychology of why your absence, your silence, and your perceived indifference doesn't push her away. It makes her obsessed. It triggers a primal subconscious mechanism that makes her chase you. This is the secret she will never, ever admit to you or even to herself. Let's start with the first psychological pillar, the information gap. Human beings are wired to hate incomplete stories. We are addicted to closure. When a TV show ends on a cliffhanger, it drives you insane. Your brain needs to know what happens next. When you are constantly available, constantly texting, constantly reassuring her, you are giving her the entire story, chapter, and verse. There is no mystery. There is no cliffhanger. There is no gap. The moment you go silent, you create a massive information gap. She's used to you being predictable. She texts, you text back. You provide the validation. You are the reliable source of her dopamine hit. But when you suddenly stop, her brain doesn't just register your absence. It registers a problem, a puzzle, an incomplete narrative. Her thoughts immediately go from, oh, he's sweet, to, where did he go? And then that void you created, her mind will rush to fill it. But here's the critical part. She won't fill it with, oh, he must be busy at work. No, her mind will spin. Did I say something wrong? Is he mad at me? And most importantly, is he with someone else? This isn't about making her insecure. It's about you becoming a puzzle she needs to solve. You are no longer an open book she can read and put down. You are a locked chest, and her curiosity is screaming at her to find the key. She'll reread your old messages. She'll check your social media. She'll talk to her friends about you. You've stopped chasing her, and in doing so, you've started occupying the most valuable real estate in the world, her mind. She thinks she's just curious, but what she's feeling is the first stage of obsession. She is now actively investing mental and emotional energy into you without you having to do a single thing. This leads us right into the second and maybe the most powerful pillar, psychological reactance. This is a term from social psychology, and it's the single biggest secret to understanding attraction. In simple terms, psychological reactance is the negative feeling a person gets when they feel their freedom is being threatened. And when they feel that threat, they will fight to get that freedom back. Think of it like this. A child in a room full of toys couldn't care less about the one red ball. But the second you say, you can play with any toy except that red ball. What is the only toy that child wants? The red ball. When you are always available, always texting, always pursuing, you are giving her all the freedom. She has 100% control. She has the freedom to reply to you or not. The freedom to see you or flake. The freedom to get validation from you whenever she wants. You are the toy she can pick up and put down at will. The moment you go silent, you are not just pulling your attention away, you are threatening her freedom to access your attention. You have, in effect, told her, you can no longer have this validation whenever you want. You've put yourself behind a velvet rope. You've become the red ball. This triggers an almost instant visceral panic in her subconscious. It's not a choice, it's a reflex. Her freedom to have you has been challenged, and her brain screams at her to get that freedom back. And how does she get that freedom back? By getting a response from you, by proving to herself that she can still get your attention. So, she texts you. She'll send a low-effort text first. Hey, or she'll send a meme, or she'll reply to an old Instagram story. She is checking. She's testing the lock. She's trying to see if she has the power to break your silence. She's not texting you because she suddenly realized you're the love of her life. She's texting you to restore her feeling of control. This is the secret she'll never admit. She won't say, you became distant and it threatened my sense of control over you, so I'm reaching out to reestablish that dynamic. No, she'll just feel an intense, unexplainable pull towards you. She'll call it missing you. She'll say, I was just thinking about you. But what's really happening is that your silence has turned you into the prize and her into the competitor. You've changed the entire game. By the way, if you guys are getting any value from this, do me a solid and smash that like button right now. It literally takes 1 second and it tells YouTube to push this video out to more men who need to hear this. Don't wait, just click it. It seriously helps the channel more than you know. Okay, back to it. The third pillar is the scarcity principle. This is basic economics, but it applies to human attraction more than anything else. We assign value based on availability. Gold is valuable because it's rare. Air is free, so we don't value it until we're suffocating. Your constant 24/7 attention is air. It's abundant, it's cheap, it has no perceived value. When she knows she can get a text back from you in 30 seconds, no matter what, your attention is worthless. You are the bargain bin. Silence makes you gold. Your silence, your unavailability communicates one of the most attractive things you can possibly demonstrate. You are a scarce resource. Why are you scarce? Because you have other things going on. And this is where so many guys get it wrong. They go silent, but they sit by their phone, staring at it, waiting for it to buzz. They're faking scarcity. You can't fake this. Your silence isn't a tactic. It must be a byproduct of your purpose. When you are genuinely busy, when you are at the gym, when you are building your business, when you are learning a new skill, when you are out with your friends, you are naturally scarce. Your attention is divided. It's valuable. A woman wants a man who is high value, and a high value man's time and attention are, by definition, scarce. He has a mission. He has a purpose. His life does not revolve around her. She is a welcome addition to his life, not the center of it. Your silence communicates this without you having to say a word. It communicates that your validation is not freely given. It must be earned. And this is the chase. When she has to work for your attention, the value of that attention skyrockets. When she finally gets that text back from you after 8 hours, not 8 minutes, it feels like a reward. She earned it. She feels a sense of accomplishment. She will never, ever admit this. No woman will ever say, "I like it when you ignore me because it makes me feel like I've won something when you finally reply." But on a subconscious biological level, she is wired to value what she must invest in. Your silence is the tool that creates the space for her to invest. It forces her to step up. It forces her to wonder. It forces her to try. And the moment she starts trying, you are no longer the chaser. You are the one being chased. This is a complete 180 from what society tells you. Society tells you to reassure her, but reassurance is the enemy of attraction. Attraction is built on tension, on mystery, on uncertainty. Your silence is the engine of that uncertainty. When she's pulled back, when she's acting distant, when she's confused, what does the average man do? He panics, he doubles down, he sends the, "Is everything okay?" text. He sends the "just checking in on you" text. He sends the long emotional paragraph about his feelings. He is literally showering her with high-value attention at the exact moment she is showing him low interest. He is rewarding her bad behavior. He is screaming, "Please, value me, I need your approval." He is digging his own grave. The high-value man does the exact opposite. When he feels her pull away, he doesn't chase, he doesn't panic, he amplifies it, he becomes more silent, he becomes more scarce. He doesn't do it as a punishment. He does it because his mission and his self-respect are more important than her validation. He pulls back, gets busier, and focuses on his purpose. And in that silence, a vacuum is created. All that psychological reactance, all that curiosity, all that perceived scarcity builds and builds in her mind. And it's only a matter of time before she has to reach out. She has to break the silence. She has to chase. Nothing kills attraction faster than neediness. Neediness is the repulsive, desperate energy that comes from a man who needs a woman's validation to feel good about himself. The man who is always available, always texting, always trying to fix things. He is screaming neediness. He is communicating, "My emotional state is dependent on you." This puts an incredible, suffocating pressure on her. She is now responsible for your happiness. It's no longer a fun, lighthearted romance. It's a job. And she will quit that job as fast as she can. Silence is the antidote to neediness. When you can sit in silence, when you cannot text her back immediately, when you can let her pull away and not have a full-blown emotional meltdown, you are communicating something incredibly powerful. You are communicating emotional control. You are showing her, non-verbally, that your happiness is not in her hands. You are grounded. You are centered. You have an internal source of validation. You are the mountain. She is the weather. The weather can change, but the mountain remains. This is the bedrock of masculine energy, and women are desperately drawn to it. They may not say it. They may even complain about it to their friends. He takes forever to text back. But in a world of simps and needy men who are crumbling at the first sign of disinterest, your centered, silent strength makes you the only real man in the room. She feels safe with a man like that. She may not understand why she feels it, but she knows deep down that a man who is not easily rattled by her is a man who will not be easily rattled by life. And that is the man she wants to be with. Your silence isn't about her, it's about you. It's about you having such a strong sense of your own mission and purpose that you cannot be distracted by her games or her tests. And make no mistake, she is testing you. When she pulls back, it's a test. She's subconsciously asking, are you a needy little boy who's going to fall apart, or are you a high-value man who will stay on his path? The chaser fails the test. The man who goes silent, who focuses on his own life, passes with flying colors. Let's talk about the fifth pillar, breaking the pattern and resetting the frame. Human beings are creatures of habit. When you text her every day, you establish a pattern. She gets used to that little dopamine hit. She's been, in effect, trained to expect validation from you on command. You have trained her to see you as the pursuer. You have set the frame of the entire interaction. I chase, you get chased. As long as you stay in that frame, you will always be the one working for her approval. Silence is a pattern interrupt. It's a frame break. It's so jarring to her system that it forces her to reevaluate the entire relationship. When the pattern of you text, she replies is suddenly broken, she is forced to ask, wait, what's going on here? This break gives you the opportunity to reset the frame. By withdrawing, you are non-verbally stating, the old pattern is over. I am no longer the chaser. If this interaction is going to continue, you will have to invest. This is the critical moment. 99% of men are terrified of this moment. They're terrified that if they stop pedaling, the whole bicycle will fall over. They think if they stop chasing, she'll be gone forever. But the opposite is true. By stopping, you finally give her the chance to pedal. You finally create the space for her to wonder about you. And here's something else. I see you guys watching, but I don't see enough of you in the comments. I want to know your story. Have you ever used silence and had it work? Have you ever been the one to chase? Drop your experience in the comments below. I read all of them. Go ahead, pause the video, and do it right now, okay? Now we have to talk about the danger. This is a powerful tool, and like any powerful tool, it can be misused, and it can backfire spectacularly if you do it wrong. This is not about being a manipulative, sociopathic ghoster. That's weak. That's a different kind of neediness, the need to feel power by hurting people. You do not use silence as a punishment. This is not the silent treatment you give your girlfriend after a fight. That's passive-aggressive, it's immature, and it destroys trust. This strategic silence we're talking about is used before you are in a committed relationship. It's for the talking stage. It's for when she's playing games, when she's testing you, when she's pulling away, or when she's put you in the friend zone. If you're in a happy, healthy, committed relationship with a woman who respects you and loves you, you communicate with her. You don't play these games. You have to have the wisdom to know when to use the tool. The way you use silence is also critical. You don't announce it. You don't say, well, you're not replying to me, so I'm not going to talk to you. That's you, again, failing the test. You just disappear. You don't block her. You don't unfriend her. You just get busy. Your phone goes away. You go to the gym. You work on your project. You go live your life. You are unbothered. Your silence must be paired with your actual life. If you go silent, but she sees you on Instagram posting 20 stories about how bored you are, you've failed. You look like a child. But if you go silent and the next time she does see you, you're posting a picture from a hiking trip or a celebratory post about a new client you landed. That is power. You've combined your silence with a real-world demonstration of your high value. You're not just pretending to be the prize, you are the prize. So let's bring it all together. What is the real secret she will never, ever admit? She will never admit that she needs to feel that she earned you. She will never admit that the man who is too easy, too available, and too nice is a turnoff, even if she says she wants a nice guy. She will never admit that your unpredictability, your silence, your distance, your mysteriousness is what keeps her addicted. She will never admit that she wants a man with a purpose so strong that she has to compete for his time. And she will never admit that your silence, your withdrawal, your ability to walk away is the only thing that makes her truly realize your value. It triggers her psychological reactance. It creates an information gap her brain must solve. It frames you as a scarce, high-value man. And it demonstrates the one thing she craves above all else, your emotionally controlled masculine strength. She will not tell you this, but her actions will. When she is the one sending the "Hey, stranger" text, When she is the one asking you when you're free. When she is the one who suddenly seems more interested, more engaged, more alive in your conversations, you'll know that you've stopped being the chaser and you've become the one she has to chase. Host leans in, final serious look. This is the power of silence. Use it wisely. If this video opened your eyes, subscribe to the channel right now and hit that notification bell. We are dropping content like this every single week, and you do not want to miss what's next. Like the video, comment your story below, and until next time, stay centered, stay on your purpose.